I've taken it right down to basics for the people who've not seen me before, because it's often been said when people talk about social media or internet marketing that they sort of jump in at the middle and people don't understand what the basics are. 44% of direct mail is never looked at. Do you look at everything that comes in your inbox? I don't. I just throw it straight in the junk. 93% of people don't use phone books anymore. How many people rush to Yellow Pages these days to find anything? Anybody? No. And newspaper readership is down 5 million in 15 years. Give you some facts about search engines. 72% of people looking for a product or service start their search online, and I bet every one of you in a room does the same. Whether you're looking for somebody local, like a plumber to fix your central heating, or you're looking for something national, or you want to hire something, if you want to compare prices, if you want to find a new accountant, a specialist solicitor, you'll start online. You'd be unusual if you didn't these days. Google saw a 58% increase in search traffic in 2009 alone. This is an interesting one because I'm sort of an older fella. But handheld search devices, so that's your Windows phone, Android phone, iPad, will outsell laptops in 2011 in the UK. And if you ask one of my two lads, one of them's 21, the other one's 18, to find anything on the internet, they immediately go to their phone. They don't even bother with this. This is old-fashioned to them. So there's a UK market share for the search engines. And Google.com in the UK has got 12.6. So that makes it, what, 89.6%. And the rest have got 11% amongst them, which is why we as a company and you as individuals should focus on conquering Google, simply because that's where the money is. This is the scary bit. Traffic per position in the search engine. So this is Google. If you are number one in Google for something you do, then you're going to get 56.58% of all the clicks. Number two, 13%. By the time you're number 10 on the page, less than 0.5%. And the whole of page 2 put together and beyond is 1.1%. What's not so scary is that 99.9% of people haven't got a clue how to get on the first page. And so by the time you finish listening to this or watching it on video, you're actually one of the few people who do know how to get on the first page, and you can make a difference. If anybody works very locally, sort of got a local business, selling to local people, leads, if anyone's searching for that and you're number one, you're going to get, if there's 100 people searching a month, you're going to get 56. And if you're number 10, you're going to get one every 2 months. And that's the difference. And the scary thing is that it's not actually the hardest mountain to climb to be number one for certain things. Depends if you're taking on the UK or you're taking on a locality. And I always use this example. The two top searches for accountants in Leeds are one person who's my personal accountant and another guy who's engaged us to help him get there. And they're two of the smallest companies you'll see, 3 or 4 man bands, and they're above Ernst Young, Price Waterhouse and everybody else, simply because they know what the formula is to get to number one. Right, so a little bit of proof. This is one of our customers, and this is comparing February 10 to February 11. Their visits went up by 145%. Page views by 378. The bounce rate went down 24%, meaning people stayed on the website for longer. Google organic traffic went up 107%. They got found for 330% more terms, and sales went up 93.51% in a year. The reality is, when we first started talking to them 18 months ago, a good month, the best ever month in their peak season, would have been £19,800, the best they ever did. December last year, which would have been absolutely out of their peak season because of what they sell, they did over 100,000, 5 times as much in a year and a half. And what I'm going to show you over the next few months is how to do this. And so this is the agenda for the next sessions, which you can attend, or you can go to our website and you can see the video. First part of the formula is research what people are searching for. It is not what you think. It honestly is not what you think. Because what you think is probably the most popular term, but it's the one that you absolutely should not go for, because it's occurred to everybody, And there's more money to be made from the terms that people search for less than more. So keyword research and competitor research, and we'll show you how to do both of those yourself. Relevant content. There was a news story about J.C. Penney, a big United States retailer, and they went from page 1 for men's fashions and women's fashions in the United States about 6 weeks ago down to page 3. They crashed, and that's because Google changed their ranking algorithm. There's about 100 parts to this, the things they look for. And they made such a fuss that for the first time ever, Google came out and explained why they were now nowhere. And the answer was that they had no relevant content. They had not added anything new for a long, long time, explaining any of the range. They were just same old static pages. The only thing that changed was they used to throw a new dress up, so nothing really new there. And they promoted it in a very sort of amateurish way, simply because they weren't adding content, and Google rewards people who add content to websites. On-page search engine optimization. Google, they never send a human being to look at your website. You could spend £50,000 on a website. You could have the most beautiful website in the world, but if the words aren't laid out in a certain way, Google won't rank it, they won't find it. And somebody with £100 and a little bit of knowledge will beat you every time. So where those words should go and what those words should be, we'll cover again. Inbound links. This is other websites linking to you saying, Roy is fantastic if you want a virtual financial director. Mike is fantastic. If you can get people to link to you talking about those things, then it counts. And sometimes you're lucky and you don't need many links. And sometimes you're unlucky and you need hundreds and maybe thousands. But they're gettable if you know where to look. And all of that equals position and traffic, which in turn equals awareness, inquiries, and business. We've got a really busy website. Every day we get calls. You know, we're a relatively small, boutique, almost type business. In the last month, we've had inquiries from Morthy Richards, JCT 600 locally. So we were punching way above our weight. Why? We don't do anything apart from we add content to our website and it says the right thing in the right way. And there's no reason anybody in this room can't do the same. So what we're showing you works, but you've got to apply it. And I've got to tell you it's hard work. There's no easy fix here. But if you don't do it, you're going to be dead in the water because everybody is searching online. So the first part of it is keyword and competitor research. And that is next month, and that's me.